Coffee beans. That's the second best thing I can get. Getting flour yesterday was really nice, though. That was hella nice. Okay, and today we also have to do this. We have some. It's time to continue going to the slaughter. Still following this, right?
You need me to... I don't do vague requests.
Yep. Yep. Here we go.
And thus, time flows on.
Except it doesn't, which is fine.
Arriving at this very moment. Your express delivery. I'll deliver this one myself. Mission complete. Now, shall we discuss payment?
We're guaranteed to get 2 every time. What? None! It's actually good. I can't like grab it from here, but I need one more anima one, and then I need another incantation one.
Exclusive delivery. Please sign Let's Settle. The tide of the world, drawn to this place.
I wish you could actually see her take it out of the umbrella, but it just the umbrella just kind of disappears.
The moon has set. Another complete mission.
It sucks that they have these like ones that are hyper specific to like specific elements, and then they just keep giving you damage bonuses of other elements. Why?
Arriving at this very moment. Supple touch prevails over force. That could be good for a while.
Osmo's damage. At least I got one. I got one at least.
Business is tough.
That's good.
Every little thing counts. Pleasure working with you.
That is really nice. Okay, so we grab the where is it? Crit damage. With crit rate. Yeah, crit rate and crit damage on it. So it gives a huge amount of crit damage. 39 over 154. And that's without yet actually going through, and I'm still going to go grab more of this stuff, because you can see There's a bunch of this that's either only has one crit on it, or it's 4-star, or it's purple, or it's both. Which, not the greatest. I do like that I now understand like fully how the system works already.
What do you want?
It sometimes takes a
Is that
bit
free?
to like properly understand these systems, but it's nice that I actually did know it. Okay, now we're gonna go do seed delivery. Let's see, 16, 16, 16, 16. Oh my god, so unlucky. All 16s? Did that even pass 100k? I'm looking this up. No, it doesn't. It's just under. Well, I have to hope. I hope I get better tomorrow. Are you kidding me? 5 common cargoes and an urgent cargo and an express cargo. Are we dead ass? Like, bruh. Whatever. I will say, I definitely think Enfield is still by far the best of the gachas. In a lot of cases, it usually is like, it gets better with each one that shows up. But like, Enfield is holding its own by a pretty wide margin right now. And I think that's kind of insane.
All these orders. The store's overloaded with. Got it.
It hasn't gotten worse, it's only been getting better. It didn't start out with like any real glaring problems. It's really impressive. Oh, something happened there. Like it's almost impressive. Or it is impressive, really. Like they rarely not only hits the ground running so well, but also manage to stay for such a long time.
Fast and smooth. That's enough food to.
Got it done.
Of course, the main problems that people have had with the game has been mostly inane stuff and matters really are just personal preference. For example, I really like building the character build system. I think the artifacts are cool and the allowing for significant variance is neat. However, I do also really like that Arcanite's Endfield got rid of the heavy variance, the ridiculous farming times, and on top of that, kept the they removed like the RNG, but they kept all of the variety in the actual like effects themselves. Like they removed the variance from the stats, so you don't just get stat mogged by someone with a 10/400 Ganyu. Which, yes, I have actually seen that before when just randomly going through people's accounts. It's ridiculous.
The store's overloaded with. Got it.
Then instead,
Common.
but still keeps the like actual like effects. You know? Like the special like set effects and stuff. That's really cool. course, they does still have some variants with the what's it called, like arch pricing, I think is what it was. I don't do it. That's the thing. You really don't have to because they kept variants. There's a chance of actually leveling up a stat. The thing is, you really don't need to do it. The stat increase is so marginal, it's insane. It literally just is a system that exists for people who want to make absolute perfected builds, which most people aren't going to go for. On top of that, they did add a high difficulty content mode, but they did it in a way that's not like really stupid. Like they didn't add all of the. Okay. They added a high difficulty content mode.
Definitely a.
You're too slow. My time is precious.
The goods might be damaged if I drove too fast.
Don't feed me I'm calling your company. You're done.
Sorry, I'm just a temporary courier. Want to complain in person?
Tch, why'd it have to be a temp? Ah, fine.
Can't let guys like this get.
But what was I saying? Alright. So one of the problems that exists with a lot of the high difficulty content modes is that the amount required to do them perfectly is borderline ridiculous. And requiring that you actually get that perfectness or near perfectness to actually even get all of like the base rewards. What they did with Umbral Monument was not that, pretty much. They just didn't do that. Instead, they make you try the high difficulty modes, but they don't require you to finish them. Literally, just entering it and then exiting is enough to get the materials, because they don't work. They instead of having each level have an amount of stars or something, and then having those the amount of stars you get determine how much rewards you get. They set it up to where they set up every season you have a set of tasks, and if you just complete those tasks, you get all the rewards. And all it requires is you beating the not even like perfecting, you're just beating the base level stuff, which only requires you to have like level 60 characters out of 90. And it's really nice. It means that there's still like bragging rights and stuff you can get for doing the game at the highest level. You get medals and stuff that you can display in your profile. For each season gets its own medal. It's really nice. But if someone doesn't want to, they don't have to. They can still get the rewards from it.
Order. The store's overloaded with orders. Got it. This one is a common.
Yeah, Umbral Monument was an incredibly well done. I like it a lot. That's pretty much it. And on top of that, they also, the overall gameplay is just really nice. It's really well done. I love how they still kept a lot of the strategy involved. Like, you could do some really cool stuff. Even just the basic farming is incredibly fun because of all the different stuff you can do with the game's combat system. So it's really, really good. Stuff I really do like. People said it was a weak point of the game, which I'm really surprised at. I really like
The last part is
the default or like the I really like the factory mode. The factory gameplay is fun. I do really like it. I like setting up factory stuff. It's fun, really fun. Here I think of some other things that the game does really, really well. Oh, I was talking about it earlier. I mentioned it earlier when I was playing Wuwa, but gacha games and dodging is a very odd thing.
Got it. This one is
Like I often, like I really want to make an entire video just going over the different ways they set up dodge systems in these games, and to put it bluntly, they tend to be absolute dog shit. A lot of dodge systems feel like it's like actively punishing to dodge. Like it genuinely feels that way a lot of the time. But but like the games that do it the best. So the games that do it the worst is probably Genshin. Borderline, almost barely worse than Wuwa. But that's if you consider it in a vacuum. Overall, I think Wuwa actually has the worst dodging system. The problem with Wuwa is that it's really hard to know when you need to dodge a lot of the time. They tend to throw tons of enemies at you, and unfortunately with all the game's effects, you tend to not even be able to see the attack you're dodging. And unfortunately, unlike Genshin, there is nothing there to help supplement that. Genshin has the entire, like, Genshin has, like, good off-field healers and shielders.
you really think
That means that you can't get hit, like, at all, like, you don't even take knockback. And that, unfortunately, is, like, the main actual drawback. That's not what I wanted to do. You went over one more than I told you to. But yeah, so honestly, especially with the extra effect thing, it feels like honestly punishing to use. After that, you have the NTE and Zenless Zero dodging system, which is after you dodge, you get a special specific dodge tag, which not only has iframes, but also is actually a good attack a lot of the time, that you kind of want to spam if possible. So it doesn't feel as ridiculous, as stupid. Unfortunately, it does still ruin the flow of gameplay. And that is, again, the main problem, which is what Endfield fixed. It was such a simple problem. And in fact, Genshin has a character that does this, which is simple. Dodges don't interrupt the normal attack sequence. That's all they did. All they did was add the special dodge thing, give you some nice iframes afterwards, and most importantly, you can continue the attack string from where you left off. It doesn't screw with your stuff. It's awesome. It was that simple thing that made dodging in Endfield feel so nice compared to the other games. Because it wasn't punishing. It didn't ruin the flow of gameplay. Zenless, I think, got the closest. A lot of their dodge attacks are really good and fun, so it was really helpful. But like, it's still a mixed bag over there. There are still some characters that really don't like their dodge attacks. I think the most notable of which being Kaleda, which I would know because I play her so much.
Got it. This one is a common.
But like in Koleda's dodge attack, it sucks. I'm gonna make sure I just go straight left instead of going all the way around here.
Around this paradise, I'm not lying. We have no time. I invite you to savor every moment of this world. Whatever your
Just faster than waiting for the
destination,
light. Okay.
moving on this Milky Way.
Yeah.
Sure I'll be there.
It's just that little bit that doesn't ruin it. Like Kaleda's dodge attack is really good. It's a really good dodge attack. The problem is that after her dodge attack, or her assist attack, which is the same as her dodge attack, like every other character, she can't use her enhanced basic attack, which is the entire point of her kit. Well, so most people just use her as a burst stunner. I use her as a main TPS that's on the field. Different playstyles, but the whole point is that she uses that enhanced attack. The problem is that they completely remove it.
Still here? Huh? What to live on your own?
It'll only be a moment.
Like, it's the only one that doesn't feel punishing, and that it's so nice. Zenless got close, but wasn't quite there, and it's really such a simple fix. And what I was talking about earlier was Ito from Genshin has this effect. Using his dodge won't interrupt his basic attack sequence. Which, if you don't understand coding, what that means is all you have to do is you can literally apply that to every character in the game. It's really simple. The system is there, it exists, so you can easily apply it to the rest of it. It's that simple. It's not like taking something that's hard-coded into the game and moving it. This is literally taking something that exists and just applying it to everything else. It's much easier in code than removing something, which is what hard coding refers to. It's the only one that got that right. And it's still so crazy to me that I feel like I haven't heard people talk about that as much as the other things in the game. And yet there are people that are complaining about the factory system, which also doesn't really have any problems. All the problems that it did have, which were very few of them, got completely fixed. Most of the problems was just the simulation mode, when I spent an hour and a half doing simulations for the rewards. They just removed, they just made it so you don't have to do that, which is nice. This is a really good song. I'd only ever heard the one from the ads, so it's nice to hear the whole thing. There are also some other things. I do like how they do have two refreshing content things, but the second one is Delver of the Crypt, and it is not combat related, and I like it.
You're a lifesaver. My wife sent... Wait.
Come on. Hope.
Alright, that's all. Honestly, I could continue going on realistically about stuff that's in the endless stuff that I'm saying Zenless so much today. The things that things that Endfield did really well, and it's getting better. One of the biggest problems I had, the only gripe I had with the game from the beginning, was the fact that there wasn't enough changing of inputs. Which, I mean, it makes sense. Not all games actually set up uniqueness for input setups, because you have to do other stuff to make that work. And sometimes you might just not think to do it. But but they fixed it. They added more stuff, and they at some point during this version, I don't know when, because I checked the settings at some point a few days ago and I realized it was fixed. But yeah, you can now actually change a bunch of your button settings, which means that my menuing is now normal, and now the only two buttons I have to swap are L2 and R2. That's it. The only gripe I had about the game is gone. It is literally my perfect game. It's awesome. How much do I have? 230K. A few things. Oh. I was still looking at the right thing. I couldn't see it. Alright, there we go. We're finally done. Oh, Camellia Society. That's interesting. Considering you should have given me. There it is. Marching Beyond Time. So I got Camellia Society and Marching Beyond Time. I got really lucky on that. I don't have to pull anymore until Alphard comes out. Yippee. Which pretty much means I don't really have to touch this game as much. Since I just have to make sure I do the limited time stuff when that happens. Okay, you finally have an arc that works.
Every little thing counts.
Instead of this fucking piece of shit. Nice, okay. I guess you can take it back now, I guess. It's leveled for you, yes?
Business is tough. Every little thing counts.
Alrighty. You know what? I don't plan on using you, so like, just sack this into it. I don't want to farm it tomorrow. I don't want to waste some of my farming stuff on it. If I can just. Oh, I can't sack it? Really? Huh. Can't sack it. Maybe it's locked. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's probably just quicker to check. I mean, it wouldn't make sense to have a lock system if that wasn't why. Ah! It just doesn't show up if it's locked. It should give me a bunch of extra as well. Yep, 1,048. There we go. Which always happen? It clears current waste time when the wearer casts a redirect. So on waste lab and last game 1 second. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff here. Cool. Oh. Already spent the weekly beta points. That's wrong button. Cool. That's it for now. Now I get to play the aforementioned game.